Am I the asshole for touching my wife's tampons box? Seems like a petty fight, but my wife is mega pissed with me right now. I was reorganizing the storage room the other day and came across a tampon box. The box was being kept behind some cleaning products in the cabinet, so I removed it and put it on top of the counter so I could clean out the cabinet. I resumed cleaning and put everything back except for the tampon box. I thought it didn't belong there, so I put inside the bedroom and left it there. At 1 p.m. my wife got home, went to the storage room, then came back freaking out asking if I was there earlier. I said yes, I reorganized and cleaned the storage room, and she got upset asking about her tampon box. I told her relax, it's in the bedroom inside one of the drawers. She rushed into the bedroom, stayed there for few minutes, then came back yelling at me for touching her stuff. I asked what she meant, touching her stuff. I was just cleaning and came across the tampon box, which I had no idea why it was there in the first place. She berated me about touching her stuff no matter it is, so she won't have to go looking for it. Then said I should have just left it as it is, which to me was ridiculous because she did not need it right then, so what's the big deal? She got irritated and called me an asshole for arguing with her about it when I'm in the wrong. I said no, I do not think that what I did justifies her yelling at me because it's not like I threw the box away. She argued some, then stormed off and is still upset about it till this very hour. I get she's big on privacy and not having her stuff touched, but I think she overreacted. Am I the asshole here? Edit. The storage room is next to the bathroom. Edit. I've just read few comments and I don't know why people assume there aren't tampons in THR tampon box. Anyway, this had me baffled, so I'll check the box and get back to you with another edit. Info: what was really in the box? Why was it hidden at the back of a cupboard? ETA. Has there been an update yet? What was really in the box? I need to know. My dude, are you under the impression that people change their tampons in the bedroom? Edit. I'm very happy for anyone who has found their bliss storing sanitary products in their bedroom, but I don't feel like that applies here when the wife had a designated spot already, next to the bathroom, and we know of no reason whatsoever that it didn't work well other than her husband thinking it shouldn't be there. She shouldn't have yelled. But this is the equivalent of moving all the toilet paper so your spouse doesn't know where it is. It's a problem as she doesn't know where her menstrual products are. Don't just move that stuff without permission. No matter it is, so she won't have to go looking for it. She didn't have to go looking for it. She knew exactly where that box was supposed to be. You're the one assuming it was misplaced or carelessly placed, and that was a wrong assumption. Are you sure it is tampons in that box? Wondering what was really in it. Not the asshole. You were just trying to clean and organize. ETA. Thanks for the award. Still wondering what is in that box. Lol. This is weird. She shouldn't have yelled at you, but her tampons definitely belong in the bathroom, and it's weird that you decided they should be in a drawer in the bedroom. No assholes here, but leave the tampons where they are next time. I'm wondering whether this is the last straw reaction. That it's not the first time he moved her things. It's an overreaction, but it sounds like he's done this type of things before. She shouldn't have yelled. But why would you assume that you know better where products that she uses and you don't need to be? Deciding if where her tampons should be stored is pretty arrogant. If you do things like this often, I get why she'd yell. If she waited until she really needed them, what was she supposed to do? Search the whole house to find out where you thought tampons belong? I am coming over and rearranging your things: underwear, toothbrush, car keys, because I don't think they belong where you have left them. Also, I will wait until you freak out before telling you where they are. Bow to my judgment. You're welcome. You are the asshole. Am I the asshole for not picking a side when my two sons argue? My son Ben came out as bisexual a couple years ago. Most of our family accepted him. Although I know he disliked some of our actions when he came out, we are still in contact with familiars or friends that didn't accept him. We tried to be as supportive as we could. And a bit after he came out, he introduced us to his boyfriend. He was a really sweet guy and clearly loved our son. However, about a year ago, some rumors, apparently spread by my other son James, said that he used to be a woman. We didn't believe it, but eventually Ben confirmed that his boyfriend was trans, and I admit it was quite shocking and hard to process. This also kinda ruined the relationship between our sons. Now to the problem itself. Yesterday we decided to have a small gathering with the four of us, me, my wife and our two sons. We ate a delicious meal, we talked a lot. In general, we were having a good time. I could tell that there was some tension between our sons, but I thought that they could handle it. Then I decided to ask Ben, what is his boyfriend? Doing now?" To which James replied, "Yeah, what is she doing?" This immediately angered Ben, so they started insulting each other. Luckily I managed to change the subject and tell them to calm down before they started an actual fight. After James left, Ben confronted me about this. He was angry that I didn't defend him or at least say something to James. Now, I agree that what James said was rude, but it was Ben who insulted his brother and worsened the situation. So I don't think it would have been right for me to defend or pick a side. But he didn't see it that way. He told me that, either you do something or I won't visit again. Which hurts me a lot. Since then I have not talked to either of them directly, but apparently the rest of our family is choosing sides. Ben is still very angry at me, and although I understand why he was angry at his brother, I think he is being unreasonable with me. James isn't rude, he's transphobic and homophobic. You are the asshole. Raise your son better. You are the asshole and a terrible parent. You picked a side. The homophobic side. And you act like you think you're neutral. Stop lying to yourself. You are the asshole. This isn't arguing, this is one son bullying the other. What a dreadful parent you are in not supporting your son. By not shutting down your bully son, you are tacitly agreeing with him and creating a hostile environment for your other son. WRT staying in contact with family that doesn't support your son. You are the asshole again. When my kid came out as trans and gay, I refused to have anything to do with family that wouldn't treat my child with respect. I wanted my kids to feel supported and safe. You are the asshole. As the parent of a bisexual son, or a decent human being, how can you condone the homophobic, transphobic behavior from his brother? If you say that you accept Ben for who he is, that means you need to be an ally and shut down the kind of hateful speech coming from his brother. Claiming neutrality always sides with the oppressor, so Ben knows now that you won't defend or support his relationship or his partner. I don't blame him for threatening to cut contact. Be better. You are the asshole. Your son, James, is homophobic and transphobic. He is spreading rumors and trying to rile people up against Ben. You are upset that Ben is directly confronting James, but defending against bigoted attacks against your partner is something anyone should do. You not only didn't stay out of it, but you chastised Ben for defending himself and his boyfriend. You can't have it both ways. Either stop your sons from attacking each other or don't. You are the asshole. Desmond Tutu said it better than I could. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. If an elephant has its foot on the tail of a mouse and you say that you are neutral, the mouse will not appreciate your neutrality. Not picking sides is when there is no right side. Which is better, red or blue? There is no right answer. Being transphobic or racist or whatever does not deserve any support whatsoever. You are the asshole for reasons listed by everyone else, but also what are the ages of your sons? I feel like that adds needed context. I was under the assumption they were both minors, IDKY, until the no visiting part. Edit. Grammar. You are the asshole. You did choose a side. You know James did it to upset Ben, and by letting it happen under your roof, you condone the activity. Am I the asshole for playing piano while my roommate was having a call? Hi Reddit, I'm 18F and my roomie Lily is 19F. For background, I have a piano exam this Thursday, so I am practicing as much as possible. Yesterday, Lily was having a call with her boyfriend. She told me in advance not to play piano during the call. She said they would call for only an hour, and I agreed. However, after an hour passed, she made no attempt to stop. 2 hours passed, then nearly 3. I texted her asking if I could practice quietly and she wrote back, "No." I thought I'd wait a while more, but soon after 3.5 hours passed, I was exasperated. I went to my room, shut the door, so it won't be loud, and practiced. I immediately got an angry text from Lily. Despite knowing very well that I was disrupting her call, I ignored her text and continued to play the piano. Lily ended up stopping the call because of me. She was furious. She said that I was an attention whore and wanted to flaunt my talents to her boyfriend. She even said that I liked her BF, which is completely not true. I was mad with her, but later on I noticed her crying on the couch. I can't help but think I provoked her insecurities. Sometimes, she tells me that she has no talent, and I feel really bad. However, one part of me thinks that I can play piano in my house whenever I want. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. There was an agreed upon duration of the call, to which you were respectful of. She went over. You're entitled to live in your home, too. I'm a bit confused though. It's not 1995. People have cell phones now. Can't she just leave the room to have a phone call? Not the asshole. First, you had an agreement for an hour. She took 3x that. Second, unless you are all rocking the old school phones with a cord or a cordless phone, i.e. non-cell phone, then she can go for a 3-hour walk or go to her car to finish the conversation. Third, who TF spends 3 hours on a phone call? Your roommate sounds fun, good luck. Not the asshole. You gave her an hour and more. Piano practice does not impede phone calls, and her insecurities are not your responsibility. Not the asshole. This is a call to her boyfriend, not a telephone interview. Her laughable response, and laughter would be a fine reaction to her response, just shows how unreasonable she's being. Non-electric pianos don't have a volume switch, so obviously it's not something that you should be playing in the middle of the night or anything, but her only issue is that she thinks it makes her look bad. Which is ridiculous, lots of people don't play musical instruments. Not the asshole, but Lily was. She needs to be respectful of your time like you were respectful of hers. She doesn't sound like a very good roommate. I would have practiced after the 1-hour mark was done, call be damned. You have to make a good grade on your exam, her boo can wait. Is it easier to move a piano or phone? Seems like a tough one your roommate couldn't work out. NTA. Not the asshole. She does have a talent, it's controlling people using her insecurities. Not the asshole. From the comments she made in anger, it seems like she showed her true feelings for you, jealousy. She also disrespected your need to practice. I don't think she's a true friend. Am I the asshole for inviting my old friends to my wedding despite my fiancé's disapproval? I am 33. I'm getting married to my fiancé, F32, next month. We knew each other from when we were in high school. I had an old group of friends that I wanted to invite to my wedding because they were close to me back then. When my fiancé found out and read the name on every invitation, she went into panic mode. She said she doesn't want any member of this group in our wedding whatsoever. I asked her to explain and she claimed they'd heavily bullied and harassed her in high school while she was dealing with major health problems. She said they made her life hell and caused her mental health permanent damage. I asked if she was serious because this was many years ago and everyone has matured by now. She said no and that it doesn't make sense that I want to invite them when I don't even hang out with them since God knows when. I said true, but most of them are from my neighborhood, parents' house. And they were part of my childhood teenage years and I wanted them to be invited. Plus I'm in constant contact with some of them. She said she'll veto my decision, but I argued that it was ridiculous that she is so hung up on some petty high school drama. She started crying saying I have no consideration for how she feels and felt like I was prioritizing this group over her. I refused to argue anymore because I felt that she keeps disrespecting my choices, yet I got called the selfish one in this whole situation. She's still arguing with me about it and it's getting exhausting because I don't tell her to invite this person or that person. Am I the asshole then? You are the asshole. Let me get this straight. You want to invite them because, back in the day, you hang out with them, but her being bullied does not count because it's years ago. Edit. Oh dear, thank you all for the awards. Info. Do you even like your fiancé? She's taking about trauma caused by these people and you're being so dismissive. If it's more important for you to have high school buddies at your wedding than it is for your bride to be happy, you should probably reevaluate the whole marriage thing. Edit. Solid. You are the asshole for you, neighbor. For AAALLLL the reasons other posters have mentioned, plus the fact that your replies have the tone of someone who can't even conceive of being in the wrong. You are the asshole. It sounds like you don't care about your future wife. You are the asshole. Look, I know it's your wedding too, but this people caused a lot of damage to her mental health. You haven't seen them in years. So why are you prioritizing them over your future wife? If you want to catch up, go and hang out with them. But don't invite ghosts of the past to a special day. That could cause a panic attack or breakdown in your wife. You are the asshole. Please don't marry someone you don't respect. You are the asshole. You are choosing your future wife's bullies over her on the day that is supposed to be about the both of you. She shouldn't be subjected to having to watch the people who traumatized her as a teenager. You are the asshole. Absolutely. You're about to make vows to cherish and protect this woman, and you can't even seem to do it for the wedding over something that doesn't really affect you in the least. I hope she realizes what this means about who you are and calls it off. You are the asshole. Your wife went into panic mode, according to your own words, just reading their names on the guest list. It's obvious she has trauma from this bullying. In fact, she told you she did. Why are you subjecting her to this on her wedding day? It's her day too, and she deserves to be comfortable and happy at her own wedding in the presence of people that love her. Not in the presence of people that made her life hell or cause her to be in panic mode.